Hey, what's up, guys? Thursday here, got about 5 minutes left going into the close. I just want to go over kind of a quick video lesson on the importance of looking at the major indices when trading and having price targets. So, the last couple of days have been kind of crazy. We've had a lot more selling in the NASDAQ, more than I expected. So, you can kind of see here we have three charts. On the left here, we got the stock I traded today, which was Facebook. We have the options, and then we have the NASDAQ, right? So it's really important to watch the major indices when trading the markets, mainly just because this is what drives order flow, right? So as the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the Dow kind of trade from level to level and make large moves, typically equities such as Facebook, in this case we're trading tech stocks, so that's heavy on the NASDAQ, they'll kind of follow and mimic the move. So in the last couple trading days, you've been stuck in this range on the NASDAQ, kind of stuck with a 50% retracement uh, from the high here down to this low. So that's been kind of a key level to watch. We also have a few monthly levels in here, and then we have, let's see, some Fibonacci extensions. I'm not going to go into too much detail on how I found those, but anyway, so yesterday we had a pretty large sell-off in tech, and we traded down to these key levels in here. So basically, I was anticipating a bounce in tech today. So I kind of went on looking at Facebook. This was a stock I wanted to trade today, and we had a pretty good move on Facebook. So basically, I mean, you can kind of see now we have a minute, almost 2 minutes before close. The market's still selling off. We're kind of trapped in this range, but if we kind of look at this morning, right, when we opened up, right, kind of ignore all this in here, we opened up at a key weekly level and the 6180. So I definitely thought, look, the markets are way oversold, and we're going to have a pretty strong bounce, right? So you can kind of see, this week I was long Facebook in here. We touched these levels, we sold off, and then we kind of came down near these lows again. So I wanted to basically trade Facebook to the long side as the market bounced. So as we got down to these levels, right, you can kind of see, the NASDAQ in here, we had a pretty strong move higher. So as what happened and moved forward, I came in and I went and bought some Facebook call options. So I was trading the 257.50 options today, good for about $900 on the day. Pretty good, solid. But again, I kind of want to talk about the importance of price targets in the market. So we're stuck in this range now, right, on the NASDAQ, kind of in between these levels here. We have a 50% Fibonacci extension and a weekly here, and then we have a weekly level here and kind of the 6180. So these are key levels. We're kind of stuck in between this range. Obviously, later in the day, we sold off, we broke these, and we're now kind of testing a monthly level here, and we're just going to probably chop in here and kind of trade sideways. So the reason why I got out of this trade, and there's the close. The main reason I got out of this was because we were trading up to these key levels in here, and we couldn't really break out. Right, we were having a hard time getting above levels here, and so I decided to come in and take profit. So I got long pretty much right off the open. We pulled back a little bit, and then you can kind of see when the NASDAQ really started to pick up steam from the lows. This thing just started flying, right? So I ended up selling into strength, into the highs. I can't stress that enough when trading the markets, right? So, had I not sold into the highs, this pretty much pulled back, and I would actually be down in my position. So, kind of just a quick lesson on, the importance of looking at the larger time frames, tracking the indices, right? I think it's going to be rather difficult to get more movement on the markets. I think it's going to be a lot of good opportunity for skilled futures traders, people that know how to kind of navigate their ways and trade off of the extremes of these ranges, right? Like as we get into these levels here, you sell, then buyers typically will step in at these levels, and you kind of see moves higher. So, I don't know what's really expected to come in the next couple of weeks. It's hard to say, right? When I look at this and if we just actually make this a little bit larger, based off of a weekly time frame, right? This looks pretty bearish. I could see this trading even lower in the next couple weeks. That being said, it's tough to short, right? When the markets have already kind of, it's already kind of made its move, right? And as you trade into these levels, you get, more and more chop, right? So, I'll probably be waiting for this to kind of trade sideways in here, kind of just back and forth, back and forth. For me, if we can break out over this 1280 level, I think you can come up and retest kind of the 50% retracement. Maybe on the third touch, you'll get a break higher. Otherwise, I could see this go lower. So that's just kind of a quick video lesson here. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. And yeah, have a good rest of your week.